What happened today at YouTube headquarters, I believe I'm speaking for a lot of YouTubers here, is the exact thing none of us want. There was a woman, this woman on the screen right here, Nasim Aghdam, who stormed the YouTube headquarters today with a gun, opened fire, wounding 4 people. All 4 are expected to live. And then she turned the gun on herself and then took her own life. Now, the situation, to put it bluntly, probably had the best outcome. No one was killed. There are injuries, but they can recover, so that's a positive. And she took herself out. And while this was happening, the rumors were flying about everything surrounding this whole thing. You had people talking about her motivations, that it was in fact a lover's spat, that it was a domestic situation. And quite frankly, many people out there wanted it to be a domestic situation. But you had other people out there trying to claim that it wasn't a female, because the first original reports came out that it was a female wearing a headscarf. And no one wanted, people were thinking this is a false claim. There was reports that it was a man. There are reports like this one here, where a couple of guys on Twitter decided to say that I was the person who was going around and opening fire at YouTube headquarters. Never mind the fact that at the time I was home in my sweatpants playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, having just put my daughter down for a nap. It was an interesting day to have that particular type of accusation levied at me, even though it was meant to be done in jest, so to speak, but this was still an ongoing active situation. And the whole purpose for trying to include me in that was to get some shoddy journalist to say my name on air. Well, as a result, I've now been interviewed by the LA Times. One of those articles is up today. A longer piece is coming tomorrow. And BuzzFeed made sure to publicly note that I am not the shooter. We also know this now because this chick is the shooter, and she has been verified as such. But here's where shit gets crazy with this girl. Because she's got a website. And there's a pretty startling, realization for what happened on there. So this is her site, where she has her Farsi YouTube channel, her Turkish YouTube channel, her YouTube hand art channel, her English YouTube channel, and her Facebook. This girl was seriously into YouTube. It says, be aware, dictatorship exists in all countries, but with different tactics. They only care for the personal short-term profits and do anything to reach their goals, even by fooling simple-minded people hiding the truth, manipulating science and everything, putting public mental and physical health at risk, abusing non-human animals, polluting the environment, destroying family values, promoting materialism and sexual denigration in the name of freedom, and turning people into programmed robots. Make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it. Adolf Hitler. There is no free speech in the real world, and you will be suppressed for telling the truth that is not supported by the system. Videos of targeted users are filtered and merely relegated so that people can hardly see their videos. There is no equal growth opportunity on YouTube or any other video sharing site. Your channel will grow if they want it to. And here we can see that her YouTube channel, between 2016 and the end of 2016, there's problems there. But the thing to remember about this, though, is that YouTube in 2016 was an insane growth year. An insane growth year. An insane earning year. Money was being made hand over fist. There was so much money going around on YouTube at the time. And this is the whole issue. What happened in 2017, I can see angering this woman because of how bad it got, because of how bad things got the latter half of the year. And they were pretty bad. They were definitely pretty damn bad. And I could see her frustration and her anger. And when this first happened, my first thought was, oh no, please don't have this be over the adpocalypse. Please don't have this be over this kind of thing. And it was. At least as far as we know right now, it was. And I'm not a religious person, but I'm kind of praying that they find some other reason. Because I don't want that. I don't want anyone to be so frustrated with YouTube that they go and they do this, because it's terrible. What happened in general is terrible. But if the motivations were YouTube, that is just tough. Because the way I see it is this. This isn't just an attack on YouTube. This is an attack on everybody. It is, in my opinion. One person getting so frustrated that they took a gun to YouTube HQ in order to get revenge on them is a terrible thought, and not one that I want. As much as I criticize Susan Wojcicki, I don't want that. I don't want that to fall at her feet. I understand that when it came to the adpocalypse, it was in fact YouTube versus like a rock and a hard place, essentially. Advertisers were fleeing, demanding certain changes. They had to act. But their lack of communication caused that frustration and that grief. And I talked about that a lot last year and even this year. But let's take a look and see what she had to say.
And filtered on YouTube, and I'm not the only one. So recently, they also attacked my Persian channel, Nasim Aghdam. And if you go and check my videos, you see that my new videos hardly get views, and my old videos that used to get many views stopped getting views. So this is because I'm being filtered. And another thing, they age restricted my ab workout video, a video that has nothing bad in it, nothing sensual. Why they did that? Because it got famous and was getting many views. So they age restricted that video to keep it from getting views. I contacted support team, and they also said the same thing. There are some inappropriate things in your video. Videos like many singers like Nicki Minaj, Miley, and many others who have sensual scenes, so inappropriate for children to watch, don't get age restricted. But my videos, my workout video gets age restricted. This is what they are doing to vegan activists and many other people who try to promote healthy, humane, and smart living. People like me are not good for big businesses, like for animal business, for medicine business, and for many other businesses. That's why they are discriminating and censoring us. For more info, visit my website.
Yeah, that's the thing. I get where she's coming from. I do. I get where she's coming from. YouTube has stifled growth in a number of areas for some people. It does feel like they've targeted you. The whole age restriction thing did get a little bit tougher. Her ab workout video, I don't know why it was age restricted. She had shorts on. She had a white leotard top, it looked like. You can't see any cleavage. She's on her back. It didn't appear sexual at all. I don't get it. But someone there did, and that really angered her. That angered her to the point of where she did what she did. And that is extremely frightening. But not as frightening as this little bit of information right here, where Tina Patel just tweeted out, and this literally just happened. Breaking, just spoke to the father of Nasim Aghdam. He says his daughter has been missing for several days. When cops found her in NorCal last night, he warned them she was angry with YouTube. Now, if that's true, if her father knew that she was in fact angry with YouTube, if her father knew that she very much was disgruntled at the company for what had happened in 2017, then all of our fears, all of us who do this as a job, all of us who did not want this to be the outcome, did not want this to be the reason, our fears are realized. I don't know what pushed this person to her breaking point. I don't think we'll ever fully know. Now, as a person who does this as a full-time job, as a person who is now hitting 3 years of doing this as a full-time job and dealt with the adpocalypse last year, I get it. Oh, I get it. The frustration is there. There were many, many, many nights where I would just lay in bed awake at night, completely flabbergasted and frustrated and angry because I didn't know what the hell was going on because YouTube wasn't communicating. Now, if I was, and I know I'm not the only one here, clearly, but the difference between Nasim here and myself is I looked at it as an opportunity to learn more about what the platform is growing into. It appears to me that she internalized where things were and started making it personal It's not personal. A lot of what happens on this platform is not personal. It's business. And a lot of people, because they put so much of their spirit, of their soul into what they do, that it can't to them feel like anything but being personal. But the difference between a lot of other people and her is that we chugged on, kept chugging along. And it took her to a place that I could only imagine. And now she's dead. You know, now she is dead. And I'm kind of left asking myself the question, is there anything we could have done? Right? Like, not like we, I mean, we colloquially, is there anything we could have done to help prevent this from happening? You know, is there anyone in her life that she knew through YouTube that was being supportive? Or did she just allow it to fester internally to hit its breaking point? She was missing for days. Her dad told the police she was mad at YouTube. And then this happened. Here's my thought on this. If someone you know does this, and they are frustrated beyond belief at what has gone on in terms of the adpocalypse, of ad revenue, of growth, of things like that, reach out to them and tell them things are going to be okay. And then tell them that a lot of it's the algorithm. And if you want to learn the algorithm, watch channels like Daryl Eves, Tim Schmoyer, I think Mark Nimmin. These are people who spend their time understanding YouTube and what's going on. And they've been impacted by everything that's happened too. But their jobs has been to find solutions to the problem. Well, it's not going to be an overnight solution or a silver bullet to fix all your problems. Having a fundamental understanding of the platform and where it's at can alleviate a lot of the stress. And hopefully keep something like this from happening again. What you just saw was a shorter clip from a longer show. The Rustled podcast airs every Sunday through Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard on rustled.net. Please consider subscribing to the channel as well as 3 Buck Theater and potentially becoming one of our sponsors at patreon.com/MundaneMatt. Thank you and have a great day.